South Africa has always been a nation teetering between hope and hostility, unity and division, reconciliation and resentment. But this week, the political stage was shaken when African National Congress (ANC) Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula unleashed a tirade that has sent shockwaves across the country. In an address that many have called reckless, divisive, and inflammatory, Mbalula openly lashed out at white South Africans, sparking widespread debate about race, politics, and the future of the Rainbow Nation. The remarks came during a fiery speech at an ANC gathering where Mbalula, known for his blunt and unfiltered style, delivered a series of stinging criticisms. He accused white South Africans of clinging to privilege, undermining transformation efforts, and refusing to confront the legacies of apartheid. His words, described by some as a shocking attack, left the audience stunned and set social media ablaze within hours. White South Africans, Mbalula declared, still benefit from the structures of apartheid. They have not meaningfully shared this country with the majority. They resist transformation while pretending to be the champions of democracy. That is hypocrisy, and we will call it out. His voice rose as he emphasized his point, striking at what he claimed were entrenched inequalities maintained by a powerful minority. According to Mbalula, the economic imbalance in South Africa cannot be corrected if white South Africans continue to hold on to their wealth without acknowledging the injustice on which it was built. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Critics accused him of fueling racial tension at a time when South Africa desperately needs healing and economic cooperation. Opposition parties wasted no time in condemning the ANC heavyweight. The Democratic Alliance, DA, issued a statement labeling Mbalula's remarks as dangerous rhetoric that undermines social cohesion and scapegoats an entire racial group. The Freedom Front Plus went even further, describing his outburst as hate speech disguised as political rhetoric. But not everyone disagreed with Mbalula. Among his supporters, especially within ANC ranks and certain grassroots movements, his words resonated as a much-needed truth-telling moment. They argued that the frustration he expressed mirrors the daily struggles of millions of black South Africans who remain trapped in poverty 3 decades after apartheid ended. On social media, the country's divisions were on full display. Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok were flooded with hashtags like #MbalulaTruthBomb and #RacePolitics. Some South Africans praised his courage, saying that he only said what many are too afraid to say. Others warned that such rhetoric risks undoing decades of reconciliation led by Nelson Mandela. Analysts suggest that Mbalula's comments might have less to do with genuine outrage and more to do with political maneuvering. With the ANC facing unprecedented electoral pressure and criticism over corruption, unemployment, and poor governance, fiery racial rhetoric can serve as a distraction and rallying cry for the party's base. Political commentators point out that Mbalula thrives on controversy and is no stranger to grabbing headlines with unfiltered statements. Still, the timing of this attack could not be more sensitive. South Africa is battling a struggling economy, record levels of unemployment, and ongoing energy crises. Critics argue that scapegoating white South Africans does little to solve these pressing problems and may instead fuel resentment on all sides. For many, the key question now is whether Mbalula's outburst represents the official stance of the ANC or simply the personal frustration of a fiery politician. The ANC has yet to issue a formal statement distancing itself from his remarks, raising concerns that this kind of rhetoric might increasingly form part of the ruling party's election strategy. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: Mbalula's shocking attack has reignited South Africa's deepest wounds. Whether his words spark meaningful debate about economic justice or simply deepen racial divides remains to be seen. What is undeniable, however, is that the ANC Secretary-General has once again put himself at the center of controversy, this time by taking direct aim at one of the country's most sensitive subjects, the place of white South Africans in a democracy still haunted by its past. For now, South Africans are left to ask, Was this the bold truth, or a dangerous step backward?